Freewell's K2 new filter system is the closest thing I've ever seen to a MATTEBOX that isn't really a MATTEBOX. It mixes the qualities of traditional round filters, the speed of magnetic filters, and the advantages of layering different looks like a MATTEBOX, or a janky rig of Koken filters. The K2 system gives you great level of customization and speed while working with it. The centerpiece of K2 is this elaborate black metal disc with red accent bits. You have a variety of knobs, buttons, slots, and trays. So let's approach it section by section. I'll start by unscrewing these little red knobs that have a lock symbol next to them. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to press the buttons that have more locks next to them. This allows me to free the rear cap, and I can mount one of the various threaded rings that can go on my lens. Here I have the option of 67, 72, 77, and 82 mil threads. I'll go with 77 for now. I can fit it by holding the red buttons and pushing in the ring. Once I let go of the buttons, the ring is pretty secured, but I can still rotate it. To completely lock the connection, I have to tighten these knobs. Cool, but I have no use for this empty ring right now, so I'll leave the threaded part of it on the lens and quick release the K2 tray to add some filtration to it. So I'm gonna add this to the lens. So I'm going to quickly add this to the lens. And take out the filter tray. I'll set the camera aside. Right in the center of it, there's a slot for the variable ND base. If you need something subtle, you can just drop in the VND base. That will cut half a stop of light. Strong magnets will make this safe. Be sure to align the tab at the top as you drop it in. If I was filming in stronger lighting conditions, I could swap the half-stop VND for a heavy 10-stop ND3, cutting out a lot more light. Let's stick to the VND base for now. What kind of VND do we need? A stronger 6 to 9 stops, or a more subtle 1 to 5 stops? We can choose between these two options and magic quickly swap between them, as the outer ring is also magnetic. And this is all pretty safe because no amount of shaking can let them fall apart, which is great. I'm gonna go with 1 to 5 stops right now. When adding the top layer of VND, just make sure you spin it until it clicks. Yeah. This will give you not only hard stops, but accurate measurements on the top of the lens of how much filtration you are adding. So far, this is just a bit cooler than a regular VND filter, but bulkier. The difference comes when mounting the setup to the lens. I have the option of adjusting polarization this way until I reach something that I like, and then I can finally lock it in position. You can keep the system all built up and connected to the lens for travel, just throwing on the magnetic lens cap on top of it all. But we are not done quite yet. As I was going through the other filters I received, I found these almost square-shaped filters, and I had no idea where they went. So I had to go back into the tray and look at where I could fit them. And looking inside, I can see these like grooves, these tracks for something that is almost this size. But how does it go there? I was not wrong, this is a track for them. You just need to flip open these flaps on the top and the bottom of the frame, and you can pop in these filters, just like this. And then you close them as much as you want. Now that I dropped these filters in there, we're going to talk about my different options. So this one is a snow filter, and I really like the cases because you have these tabs that you can pull to help accessing the filters. So we have the snow mist half, which feels quite strong for diffusion, but we still managed to use it in the test video. And when ordering your set, you can get these in many other different strengths down to 1/8. Another option, which is what I installed right here, is our gold streak. Falling for the common pitfalls of streak flares, these are quite strong. This is the ideal moment to use the bubble level located on the back of the frame. If I skip this step, I can get directional streaks that can still work as an artsy accent, but definitely won't fly for anamorphic flares. So I'm going to drop this in here. And I'm going to rotate it to find the perfect bubble level. And then lock it. The last option, which I have here, is honestly the coolest one. This is a soft graduated ND filter. You can adjust not only the rotation of the grad filter, but also how much of it do you want in the frame. So I don't need to make mine perfectly center balanced compositions in order for the grad to work well. The kit comes out on crowdfunding today, and you can check the link in the description for accurate pricing. Being an early adopter saves you between $150 to $200 compared to the retail price, and Freewell is offering a wide variety of filter options besides the basic kits, and making a promise to keep adding to this list. I like this system a lot. It's fairly smaller and much lighter than Magrota's. I found the feel of all the parts quite nice, plus the leather-like case is pretty handy, with the little pull-out tabs that help you take the filters from the case without getting your fingerprints on it. The system is pretty intuitive, and even without any instruction, I was able to figure it all out with all the functionalities by just fiddling with it for a few minutes. My only suggestions of improvement are some easier way to replace the variable ND filter in here, because I feel I should be able to snap it out with my nails, but I have no nails at the moment, and the magnets are pretty strong. 2, the outer ND layer could use a screw-in knob, so you can control it without the risk of getting your fingers into the frame. I feel these are not deal-breaker suggestions, and this is a pretty fun system. What are your thoughts? Chime in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Out.